Ferial, education is obviously very important in the state. You're a teacher. Can you talk about your views on technical training and vocational training? Do you feel there's a place for that in the regular schools?
Actually, that's my focus. If we look at a country like Germany, Germany produced the best workforce in the world. They understand that after middle school, in high school, they channel the kids into either science or liberal art or technology. And they succeed in doing that. And I wish we can do the same thing, changing the curriculum. Because as I said before, 70% of our kids after high school, they don't go to college. So we cannot only teach for one intelligence. We have to know that people have a variety of intelligence, and we have to teach to it. And that's one of the reasons I want vocational and technology being taught and offered in high school. Because if we don't offer that, a lot of kids, if we offer it only in community colleges and university, it's too late. Because I could see the kids in China and India, they start early. If we look at our education, when are we going to get the kids to specialize? After 2 years after college. The last 4 years in college, they specialize. It's too late for the kids who are coming from India already specialized in high school. So we have to start thinking about our education as the important place where we can build the future. California have no future without education. And all of us, we know about Pat Brown. He built California in two things, education and infrastructure. And I think we have to follow the same example. So, because no future, we became a finance economy, we became a consumer economy, we became a service economy. The only way for us, for California to strive and survive, is we go back to education. It's the only future for us in California.
Okay, Ferial, I think this will be our last question, unless I get one more real quick. But we've talked about education. Let's talk about healthcare. So in Washington, we just passed the new healthcare reform, but many in California still believe that we should have a single-payer system, a one-care type of approach. And that was tried a couple of years ago. So what is your view on single-payer healthcare in California?
You know, Warren Buffett said something about healthcare. He said, lack of healthcare is like the tapeworm in our economy. It eats our economy. We cannot compete with the country. You see, other countries. You see, for example, Europe spends 6% of its income on healthcare. We spend 17%. Europe covered everybody. We are here. We are not covering everybody. So I know I'm glad President Obama did, the healthcare initiative, and it took a lot of fighting, and still it's not perfect. In California, we need a single payer, because to compete with the rest of the world, we cannot keep healthcare without being offered to everybody. Like education free, healthcare should be free for everybody, because that's the way we're going to be competing with the rest of the world. When we're paying a lot of our income in healthcare, and especially for businesses, because I used to own business. I spent about 15 years as a small business owner. And I tell you, it used to scare us to get sick. And still, I have my daughter without healthcare. I'm scared. If anything happened to her, she's going to ruin us economically. So healthcare, it is a must, and it is a right for every Californian. We have 6 million of Californians without health care, and half of the bankruptcy is because of health care.
Sure. Ferial, we want to get one last one in, but I'm going to ask you to try to live with the 1 minute time. So earlier, this is to clarify something you said earlier, you were stating that children in high school should be separated into different curriculums, I believe, as far as going to college, going to technical. So how would you decide the potential of the child to know which curriculum to separate them into?
Okay, you give the child, the opportunity to express his desire and his intelligence. One thing I want everybody to understand, we have a great system, which is Germany doesn't have. Even if the kids specialize in technology and vocational in high school, in college he can change. He can go to liberal art, he can go to whatever he wants. So we give him the opportunity. The most important thing, opportunity for him, is to feel he's an achiever, and he's achieved and he's successful in high school. Because I tell you, if he doesn't feel that in high school, he's not gonna learn. And we have so many of them It is a tragedy what I see in high school in this country. And this is why I want the kids to feel, and we can open it, the kids can move, but he can feel that he can choose the subject he wants and he can be successful. And that's why we're gonna push him to go to college or university or wherever he wants to be achieve and to be successful.
Okay. Ferial, thank you very much. Have a nice night.